How to spot evil people, right? I'm going to give you the number one quickest way to spot if somebody is evil or not, right? And really, the easiest way to spot somebody and tell whether they are evil or not is to cover your ears and not listen to what they say, but watch what they do, okay? Watch their actions. Don't listen to their words, just watch what they do. And the thing that you will notice about people who are evil, right? And I know that's a strong word, but people who are evil is they love to talk a big game, right? They love to brag and constantly remind you about how virtuous they are, how good they are, how nice they are, right? And the thing about people who are good, nice, virtuous, righteous, they don't need to sit there and tell you these things, right? They aren't going to do it because good people, right? Think of people in your life who have been like just genuinely good people. Do they sit there and go, hey man, you know what? Let's have this conversation about how good I am, dude. I gotta tell you, dude, I'm good, man. I'm good to you, aren't I? You know, aren't I great? You know, they're not constantly doing that, right? I mean, except when it comes to evil people, right? You might think of, for example, politicians or ex-girlfriends who've done you wrong, who've cheated on you, who have told you things that sound good on paper, but they don't match the person's actions. Right? This is why I always teach like my pickup and dating students, by the way. I don't care what this chick says. Don't listen to what she says. Just watch what she does. Watch her behavior. Like how a lot of women are like, oh, I just want a nice guy. You notice something about all these women who say, I just want a nice guy? Is it any coincidence that they all date jerks and bad boys? Yet they complain about, I just want a nice guy. I can't find a nice guy. Well, why do you keep dating all these bad boys? I don't know. I just attract those guys. Just cover your ears. Don't listen to what they say. Watch what they do. Look at these politicians, right? Speaking of politics, the quickest way to find out, who you should vote for or is this person telling the truth is cover your ears. Don't listen to a word of what they say. Just watch what they do, right? I mean, recently they had the... what is it, like the climate change forum or something like that? And all these people are like crying about like, oh, we gotta end fossil fuels. We gotta stop this. We gotta stop, stop polluting the air. All of these suckers flew in on private jets. You notice all these people are like crying about climate change and the earth is gonna end in 12 years. They're all flying around in private jets. They have private jets like fly over, if they're out of range of like a Starbucks, and I have heard this. I think Brittany did this actually. She had somebody jump on a jet plane and fly to a country where they had a Starbucks so she could have her Frappuccino, and then fly it back to her music video shoot, right? Don't tell me about that. Or, even Leo, flying around in the jet, then crying about climate change. Give me a break. Don't listen to what they say. Watch what they do, right? You hear the people on the left, they're constantly crying about, you know what? We got to start taxing the rich. Got to start taxing the rich, man. Got to go after them so we can help the middle class. But yet, who are they going after? They're going after the middle class, aren't they? Right? Look at that spending bill they just passed. Right? They're not going after rich people. Those are their donors. Funny thing is, as much as they complain about millionaires and billionaires, I've never heard any party except for the left complain so much about these fat cats, these millionaires and billionaires, stuffing their pockets. We need to go after them. But if you look at the numbers, most of those millionaires and billionaires they're not donating to the Republicans. No. They're in the back pockets of the Democrats. They are donating to their party, right? So it's funny that they would name them and like, oh, we gotta tax them, we tax the wealthy. But those are their biggest donors. So of course they're not gonna go after them. Who are they going after? Look, it's on paper, right? The proof is in the pudding. If people just do their basic research, they'll find that, oh no, they're going after people who make $50K a year and under. Those are the people that are going to go after the most. Are those people rich? Why are you going after them? Right? Yet here they are playing the holier than holier than art thou, and saying, oh yeah, we gotta go after these rich people. Same thing when it comes to like free college. I just was watching a video of James Klug. I think his name's James Klug. And he was going around a wealthy area by the beach area in California and going, asking people, hey, do you think people should have free college? And everyone's like, oh yeah, I'm totally behind that, right? He had a lot of like leftists like, yeah, totally. I'm down for free college. I back free college. And he's like, okay, cool. Write your name here. And they're like right there. And then also write how much of your salary you want to donate for students so they can have free college. Every single one of them was like, oh, no, not me. Yeah, I can't. No, maybe next time, man. Maybe next time, or I can't afford it right now. It's like, wait, I thought you want to give these kids free college. Oh, yeah, I can't afford it. So again, you're generous with other people's money. That just tells me you're a fraud, right? Because if I was walking along that beach, and I go to those beaches a lot, and I ran across him, and he asked me like, hey, man, you want to sign up for kids free college? I would flat out be like, no. Right? No, I'm not going to back that. And I would be congruent with my response, like no. And obviously I'm not going to donate anything to that, because I think if these kids want to go to school and waste their money on college, which is a gigantic waste of money these days, and a terrible return on investment, let them do that at their own free will, right? It's a free market. If they want to buy that, that's on them. That's not my responsibility if you want to go to school. You don't have to, right? Nobody's putting a gun to your head. So I would be congruent with my response. But people who are, I hate to call them evil, but people who are deceived, right, or who want to look good, right, and just want to look good in front of everybody else, who want to virtue signal, will be like, yeah, yep, I think kids should have free college. But then when you hold their feet to the fire, all right, you're willing to help out, you're willing to donate? No. Okay, so you're a liar, right? So you're a liar. So you're dishonest, is what you're saying. You're okay with helping these kids as long as it's not your money, right? But eventually it will be your money, because that's where they get that money, is from the people, right? I mean, the government does not run without the people. Regardless, that is, really the quickest way to spot who is evil and who is not. I mean, even in your own life, right? With your own friends or your own relationships, your own girlfriend, your own wife, your own exes, you'll notice the same trend with them too, right? Any friends who have effed you over, or ex-girlfriends who have effed you over, they talked a big game, didn't they? They were telling you things like, you know what, you son of a bitch, I care for you. I would never cheat on you. I'd never steal money from you. Oh, I do so much for you and all this. But then if it's like what they're telling you sounds good on paper, right? But if you look at their actions, it's not congruent, is it? Right? There's a mismatch. And whenever there's that mismatch, you're dealing with somebody who's being a little evil. I'm not saying they are evil. I'm just saying they're acting evil, right? Because whenever you're being deceptive like that, you're doing a little bait and switch, which really that's what you're doing. You're doing a bait and switch. You're telling one thing, but you're doing another. Then you're participating in evil, right? Much like many of our politicians, right? If you, again, going back to politics, if you want to look at it's funny too, because the politicians that they attack the most, that they smear the most all over the news, right? All over the media. That hate monger, that fascist or whatever. If you look at that person's actions, that person's actually doing a whole lot of good, right? They're either trying to protect the people, trying to protect citizens. They're actually doing something, right? They're trying to help you. But the thing about, people who are engaging in evil is they want to participate in it. They want to hear lies, right? So if you watch the left talk about, for example, when we're having the lockdowns with the Roni, and they were like, hey, everybody, wear that mask, man. It's mandated. It's the law. Wear that mask. Don't leave your house. We're all in this together. # Hashtag we're all in this together. What were those people who are preaching that stuff actually doing? Were they staying at home? No, right? Look at Newsom. Was he staying home? No, he went to French Laundry, man, to a party. Look at Fauci himself, right? Dude went to a baseball game with no mask, right? What about the mayor of Chicago? That imbecile went out to get a haircut and then even got on TV. It was like, I'm a public figure. I have to get my haircut. I have to look good in front of the cameras. I mean, the absolute narcissism of these people, right? The absolute nerve of these people to tell you to tell you to lock down, to tell you to follow the rules, but I don't have to. That's how you spot evil, man. It's like, okay, you're not living. You're telling people to do one thing while you don't. I mean, when it came to the shot, can I say that? When it came to the shot, I thought it was very ironic that the CEO of Pfizer, the CEO himself, refused to get the shot. And they were exempt from it. They were exempt from getting the shot. It's like, how come we all have to get it? And he doesn't even want to get it, right? He doesn't have to get it. That's how you spot evil, man. I mean, I could even go back to, remember when they were doing the Obamacare stuff? And I mean, it's fine. I mean, I don't go either way, by the way. I'm an independent. But I look for this stuff and I laugh my ass off. It's so amusing to me sometimes, like how people can just go along with this stuff and just be so just tied to their like political side that they're willing to ignore the fact that this person, their politician, is living in hypocrisy, or their party, I should say. Their party is living in hypocrisy. For example, when they were passing the Obamacare, and they were like, it was like this 14,000 page document, whatever it was, and I think Pelosi got up there and was like, let's just pass this so we can see what's in it. And it's like, never in the history of the world has anything ever been passed just like this without us seeing it first. Right? Letting people vote on it. No, we didn't get to vote on it. No, let's pass it. Then we'll see what's in it. That is just how this is. I mean, and that was what, 2008. I mean, how this happened even back then, it was just astonishing to me. But regardless, the thing was, in that bill, everybody had to abide by getting Obamacare, right? Yet, you know who didn't have to abide by it? You know who was exempt from it? All the people who wrote it. All the people who were involved in writing it and drafting this legislation that you must follow were all exempt from it, right? Google it. You'll find it. It's the truth. They exempted themselves from it, or they were able to choose, but you weren't. That is how you spot evil, right? And this is when, I just get turned off, left or right. I get turned off with any of these people. I mean, it's overwhelmingly people on the left these days, because I do look at both sides, right? I do, see some people on the right, just mostly these rhinos who like say one thing, but then they do another. Like, wait a minute, man, you're being a hypocrite now. And that goes along with being, evil too. It's just living in hypocrisy. It's like saying one thing, but doing the exact opposite, right? However, as always, gentlemen, drop your comments below. Let me know what you think of tonight's coaching video. Anything you'd like to add, anything I might have missed, drop them in the comments below. Love to see you guys in my comments. Please share, drop your comments below. And for you guys who want to support my work and everything I'm doing here and all this education and red pill enlightenment I'm teaching you, hardcore truths about life without filtering myself at the risk of being canceled, right? Because a lot of what I talk about is not politically correct, but it's true. It's based on reality. It's based on observational reality. Best way to support my work is by becoming a premium subscriber of my premium Alpha Male Secrets channel, which I'm hosting on a private platform away from YouTube, and I'm doing that to protect my content from YouTube in the event they try to shut us down one day. They won't be able to, because we'll be on this private platform that I'm paying for, right? And right now it's only $1 for the entire first month of premium Alpha Male Secrets content from me. So take advantage of it. Right now it's only $1 for the entire first 30 days. So take advantage of it, guys. It's the best way to support my work, and I would greatly appreciate it. So click the link below. It will take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. It just takes 2 seconds. So do that now, and I'll see you in my next coaching video. I'm out.